Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We're on day 3 of Cyan Beach, hanging out, having a good time, and just relaxing after the second anniversary fest. And, we're going to start off, hopefully, yes, definitely with some tomatoes, which is good. We could use some potatoes, too. That's very nice. We were a little low on potatoes, but not too bad. I just wanted to get enough to get us through the day, and I think that was all we needed. Toxicroak, we do need some oil, my guy. I hope that's enough. That's the one thing we're struggling with this week, but it's not that big a deal. If we struggle a little bit with the oil, we're not really worried about pushing ranks. We're already Master 7. We're just trying to get far enough for the 8 spawns, which we definitely are, and, maybe grab some more dream shards along the way. But for now, let's see what we can do about breakfast. Maybe we can make that not Dream Eater butter curry. I almost said it again. The green grass salad. That's what we're trying to make. Let's throw some herbs in there, make it very spicy, and hopefully we can get an extra tasty. I did get lucky enough to get a full odds extra tasty for lunch. There we go, full odds extra tasty for breakfast as well. Not too bad, not too bad. Definitely helping us get some strength on this dish. The 124,008 strength is nice, but also helping us to get a little bit further in the ranks, get a little bit more dream shards, and maybe some research XP along the way too. That would be nice. I would like to get to level 65, but we do have a ways to go for that. Kind of regret Cyan Beach a little bit in that sense that I probably should have gone to Lapis or OGPP just for the research XP to get to 65. But yeah, it is what it is. It's a down week, kind of relaxing, and we get to Master 9 pretty easy. No problems. No worries at all. Let's grab our 200 sleep points, and that'll put us at a grand total of 2,320 for today. I don't think we're going to spend any today, but we'll see. And then for our daily lottery, let's pick up another small ingredient ticket, which I don't need necessarily, but you know what? It never hurts to have them on hand, I suppose. So it's not the worst thing ever, not the worst. But that out of the way, let's go ahead and dive into the sleep report and let's see what we've got going on. Hopefully some good stuff for today. Hopefully. There it goes. I was about to say, if it'll load. All right. So with any luck, we got slumbering sleep type. That's what I really want. 8 hours, 49 minutes of sleep. That's looking pretty snoozy. I was going to say maybe dozy, but no, I don't think it is dozy. Yeah, snoozy type. Just barely, 5% more. So we have been getting snoozy quite a lot lately. Maybe it's starting to skew that direction, and maybe slumbering will help. Sadly, a lot of the Pokemon I need are on slumbering sleep type. But we did get 2 3 stars, 51.7 million drowsy power. That's not too bad. 2 3 stars, several 2 stars. Maybe we'll get a decent amount of dream shards today. There's Eevee again, Pikachu as well. Yeah, nothing I really need or want is on. Yeah, it's not really on snoozing, I don't think. So we got Slowpoke, Raticate, Pikachu. I mean, I guess technically we could use another Pikachu. That Pikachu looks really weird for some reason. The face looks off. Diglett, Mr. Mime, Eevee, Raticate again, and Slowbro. Okay. I mean, I guess 5,200 Dream Shards isn't terrible for what it is. I missed the 2.5 times multiplier though. That was nice. Hungry Eevee. We could catch that too. Technically, we need some better Eevees. Honestly, I think I am going to just catch the Eevee. I do need to catch the Pikachu, but I don't want to spend the biscuits on it. The Eevee's a premium biscuit catch immediately and job done. I think I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to catch the Eevee and move on. Hopefully we can get a really good one. We still don't have a Sylveon, so if we could get a really, really, really good Sylveon candidate, that would be nice, especially for expert mode eventually when that happens. So, maybe. It's another reason why we need a good Umbreon and Leafeon and the others, because you never know what you're going to need for expert mode. But out of this, I'm going to send out some Eevee candy. Try to help people with their evolutions, because I do know some people on my friends list are still trying to hunt down some evolutions, so maybe that little bit of candy will help. And that's going to give us 2,367 research XP, just about halfway to 65. I need to see what that actually translates to in terms of how much XP we need, but we'll figure that out. 5,301 dream shards. And this one Eevee level 14 and Jolly. Okay, well, that's not terrible. I don't think. Berry finding, triple milk. That's a decent start for something, maybe. Let's see. Berry find. Ooh. Ingredient finder kind of ruins it, to be honest. Inventory up L, helping speed S. Yeah. Yeah, Dream Shard bonus all the way at the end at 100. Ingredient finding. Yeah, this is not going to be good. This is not going to be great. This is not going to do what we wanted to do, either for skill triggers or for berry finding. It's going to be pretty bad for what we wanted to do. Raenon's probably not going to think it's too terrible because of berry finding. It's going to be somewhat decently ranked. But for our purposes, this is not going to work. We sadly need berry finding and skill triggers and speed. We don't have one of those. Honestly, if this had skill trigger instead of ingredient finder at 25, it might actually be worthwhile. But as it is, not so much. Not so much. So yeah. I think we're just gonna, we're just gonna send this one to the professor. PR 76 from Raenon, but for our purposes, it's more like a PR 30 or 40. So I'm not gonna use this one. I'm gonna send that to the professor, and we're gonna move on. We do have some new news, and I'm hoping it's some big new news, but I have no idea what it's even in regards to. Maybe just maintenance, but you know, maintenance would be good. That does mean that we're getting closer to expert mode. So let's see. Let's check that new news. We've got, ooh, not what I thought, but Toxel? Bro, I'll take that. Toxel and Toxtricity. Okay, let's check them out first. This was not what I was expecting. There have been reports of Pokemon appearing that we haven't seen around here before. Maybe this is thanks to the sleep research you've all been conducting. It may be possible to encounter them during sleep research sometime soon. New arrivals, Toxel, which is a poison type, and then we've got Toxtricity, the amped form, which is poison, and Toxtricity low-key form, which is also poison. So they're all three poison. I was hoping that one would be electric and one would be poison. That would be cool, but I guess not. Cool. Toxel's evolution depends on its nature. Okay, well, this is the first time we've had this happen in this game. We hope you're looking forward to this, but that is in line with the main series. I believe it was the same. I don't remember if it was nature or their stat or their IVs. But their evolution was dependent on something innate to the Pokemon. I just forget which. Newly arriving Pokemon. Oh, we gotta wait all the way till August 11th. Bro, that's so long. That's so long. That's like almost 2 weeks. That's forever away. That might as well be next year, man. Ah. Okay, well, August 11th. Cool. So I guess that's going to be when Super Skill Week is going to drop. So that tells us the answer to our question from yesterday of if we were going to have a chill week next week too, or if they were going to give us one to line up with Good Sleep Day. Cool. Pokemon instants for the new arrivals can be used starting from the date and time above. Appearing at Greengrass Isle, Old Gold Power Plant, and Greengrass Isle Expert. Oh, okay. All right. That's cool. OGPP makes sense. That makes sense. Toxel is slumbering, and Toxtricity. Both Toxtricity are on dozing. Oh, is Toxel technically a baby Pokemon? Is that why? Is that why? I mean, yeah, it looks like a baby Pokemon, but I've never thought of it as a baby Pokemon. But maybe that's why. Because I'm trying to think, poison is not slumbering normally, right? I don't think so. I think poison's normally dozing, but I guess Toxel is a baby Pokemon. I guess I've just never really thought about it that way. All right, cool. Either way, some of my favorite Pokemon from Gen 8, so I'm glad to see them coming, and this split evolution path is interesting. Hopefully they do something interesting with it. But we'll see. It does seem like they're probably going to be skill specialists since they are showing up during Super Skill Week Part 2, which is nice. Super Skill Week last time was really good. During this 1 week event, helper Pokemon with a skill specialty can really shine. Pokemon with a skill specialty will also be more likely to appear. Plus, the limited time mini candy boost is coming back. That's good. That's good stuff. I don't know what I'm going to use mini candy boost on because I used a lot of my candies last time around. But, we'll see. We'll find something. We hope you're looking forward to this. I am August 11th at 4 a.m. until August 18th at 4 a.m. on all areas. You can go wherever you want, but if you're going to be hunting Toxel, there's really only 2 islands you can go to. And that's going to be Greengrass and OGPP. So I would recommend one of those 2 if you want to hunt Toxel. The following effects will trigger in the applicable areas during this event. The chance of triggering the main skill of Helper Pokemon with the skill specialty will be multiplied by 1.5. Main skill levels of Helper Pokemon with the skill specialty will be boosted by 3, which is very nice. Very nice for those of us that, you know, have a good Swalot but haven't maxed out its, what's it called? The main skill level? The limited time mini candy boost, we already know about that. Pseudo balance type, or pseudo balance sleep, of course, that makes sense. And boosted spawns for certain Pokemon. Of course, that is to be expected. Plus, you already told us that. The greater appearance rate is going to be Toxel, Toxtricity, and both Toxtricity. I almost said and Toxtricity again, but both of them. And then the slightly greater appearance rate. Wow, I still can't say that right. Meowth, Psyduck, Growlithe, Slowpoke, Magnemite, Eevee, Igglybuff, Togepi, Mareep, Murkrow, Heracross, Trico, Ralts, Sableye, Plusle, Minun, Gulpin, Wynaut, Drifloon, Bonsly, Riolu, Rufflet, Dedenne, Mimikyu, and Pawmi. Very good. So, OGPP is looking pretty strong. That's going to give us another good chance to hunt some more Pawmi as well. I think that's where I'm going to go for OGPP. I'm looking at this list. I don't need a Meowth. Don't need Psyduck. I definitely don't need Growlithe. Slowpoke. I do need Magnemite. Could use some more Eevee. That spawns anywhere and everywhere. Don't need Igglybuff, Togepi. Technically could use a better Mareep. Do need a Murkrow. I don't think I have a good one of those at all. I have a pretty good Heracross, so I don't need that. Do need Trico. Trico sadly does not spawn at OGPP if I remember correctly, but let me double check that. Let's make sure. Let's check on the fly, because we want to make sure that we are given the right information. It does. Okay, good. It does spawn at OGPP. I was thinking it was Beach and Lapis only, but that's good. Yeah, honestly, OGPP is looking pretty strong for me. Looking pretty strong. So we've got Trico that we can hunt there. Magnemite, I feel like Magnemite certainly spawns at OGPP, but for some reason my brain is second guessing it, and I don't know why, but it would make sense. Yes, OGPP. I don't know why I was second guessing that. Murkrow is the one in question. Does that spawn at OGPP, or is that only Snowdrop? Oh, also OGPP. Okay, well, I think we have our answer as to where I'm going for the Super Skill Week. This is gonna be a really good time to try to hunt all of these. It's gonna be expensive though, biscuit wise. So we've got Trico. I do need a better Ralts, but that's not OGPP. That one I am almost positive is not OGPP. I would be very surprised. Yes, Lapis only. But I need a better Pawmi before I need a better Ralts, to be honest. Dedenne, also OGPP, so that's a good time to hunt that. Rufflet, we do still need a better one. The only reason we have a decent one is because of, what is it? The neutralizing mint making the one we have just okay, or pretty okay. So, let's see, Rufflet, where are you? Rufflet is the one. I have no idea where it's at, because for some reason my brain does not remember what generation Rufflet is. I know it's Unova. I don't remember if Unova is 4 or 5. I think it's 5. I haven't played Gen 4 or 5 in any capacity, so... I'm in Gen 3. There's Rufflet. There you are. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Yeah, not OGPP. So that's the one we can't hunt that we do need. But being able to hunt Magnemite, Trico, I mean, technically Plusle and Minun, which I don't care for, but technically, I guess. And then Dedenne, Mimikyu, and Pawmi. That's several really good Pokemon that I would like to hunt while we're at OGPP. So we're definitely going to do that. One last one I want to check because it's really good for dream shards, and I think everybody should have one after having used one myself. I know a lot of you have been singing the praises of this Pokemon long before I started using it, but Raenon doesn't want to load. There we go. It's not there. You would think with there being toxic sludge all over, Gulpin would be at OGPP, but no. Gulpin's a really good one to hunt. Really good for dream shards if you get that Swalot and get it to high main skill level. Also going to be really good during super skill week to get those 50% extra skill triggers. So that'll be really nice. I'm going to see if I can run Gulpin all week, or as much as possible at the very least. I guess I could have clicked here. That would have been smart. But, you know, smooth brain be smoothing. Didn't even see that until just now. So anyway, OGPP, we can hunt Magnemite, Mareep, Murkrow, Trico, Dedenne, Mimikyu, Toxel, and Palmy. All really good ones. That's where I'm going to go for Super Skill Week. Make sure to take a look at this list and see which ones you want to hunt where. Go to the island that has the Pokemon you want to hunt the most. Greengrass Expert will be available, but I don't think I'm going to try to mix them. I don't think so. At least I'm assuming it'll be available since they're listing it here, but I don't think I'm going to go there. That's going to dilute the spawn pool, and I don't want that. I don't want that. Anyway, we do get the limited time mini candy boost as well, so that's good stuff. Very good stuff. Looking forward to Super Skill Week. I'm assuming maintenance is going to be coming soon, and we'll have our first week of Expert next week. That's just a guess, though. I'm not 100% on that. Although, it would be nice to get Good Sleep Day lined up with our first week of Expert mode. So we'll see. We'll see. Surely they'll give us some news about that beforehand. We'll get the maintenance notice and we'll be able to go from there. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. Let's check these community reports. We should have a good amount of them. There's gonna be 34. Very nice. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 out of 34 that doubled up. That's not bad. That's a little over 25%, so not bad. Not bad at all. Ooh, I see that shiny Sceptile. Nice. Very nice. And while we're here, it is that time. Let's go ahead and let's get the friend wheel up and ready to go so that we can decide who our next 6 friends are going to be. We got to decide 6 names. So I've got everybody's friend code. Everyone that has entered their code as of yesterday. I gathered these numbers around 11:30 this morning. So if you put in your friend code before that, you are on the wheel. And let's see who our first winner is going to be. There's a lot of numbers here. I think there were 53 responses. So we're gonna find out on the fly who this is, because I have no idea. Cool. Which I kind of like. I like that we can just figure this out on the fly. So we've got 4401 2871 6816. I like it because it's a surprise for you and me. We got Shammy Hops. There we go. Send that friend request to Shammy Hops. Congratulations, winner number 1. Let's remove Shammy's friend code so we don't get it again. Here we go. Winner number 2 is going to be... Ooh, almost stayed on that blue. We got 7785 08 30 9004. And that is going to be Lou Fox. Welcome, welcome. Send that friend request. There we go. Let's remove Lou Fox. Spin it again. We got 4 more winners to go. Round and round and round it goes. There we go. Ooh, okay. Switch to the yellow. We got 4944 0291 0288. And that is going to be Gorg the Borg. All right, with the shiny Pwooper. There we go. Very nice. Gorg the Borg, congratulations. And then let's remove Gorg and move on. We've got winner number 4 is going to be another blue winner. Ooh, it was trying to creep over to that red. All right. So we got 7212 6143 9926. Search Crisis Hero. the hero you need in a crisis. Congratulations. Let's send that friend request. 2 more. Winner number 5. Who's it gonna be? We have, it's gonna be, ooh, that's magenta or pink or whatever that is. 0477. All right. 0477 6208 2615. That is RMJ James 76. Welcome, welcome. Congratulations. One more winner. We've got one more to pick into our researcher ID. Who's gonna be the last winner today? It's green. All right, green it is. 4578 2005 7512. That is Azor, longtime member of the channel. Welcome, welcome. Congratulations with the shiny Steelix. Very nice. All right, well, let's go ahead and remove that. I will leave the wheel as is just in case we need to spin it again for the future. But for now, congratulations to all our winners. Big shout outs. I finally, hopefully we'll have a very full friends list for a long time. We can get some of those good friendship rewards along the way. And we can move on to figuring out what we're going to do about this team right now. Because things are not going well. Hopefully, yes. Let's see how much XP we need. 163,190. That's actually not that bad. We could be there in less than 2 weeks. It depends though. It depends on what happens with next week, if that is going to be expert mode and how that goes. I will be going to Greengrass Expert the first week just to see what's up so everybody else can get an idea of what it looks like. Just in case you don't want to go there immediately, you can see what happens to me and then decide if you want to go there next after that. You know, so I will suffer for everyone else so you don't have to, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's pretty good. We hopefully will be at 65 by the end of next week. I would be surprised if we're not. For now though, we do not have a skill trigger from Gardevoir. Nope, nothing from you. Skill trigger here. Hey, I knew one of you was gonna do it. All right, that's not bad though. That's not bad, especially if we can get another full odds extra tasty. That's terrible. Getting chesto berries. We definitely need oil. That's the one thing kind of holding us back this week. I mean, holding us back. We're not really trying to push ranks, so it's not that big of a deal. But it looks like we do have enough potatoes. Yeah, we got enough potatoes to get through the rest of the day. We can take Meowscarada off the team. We do need to leave Luxray on the team for now, as well as Beware and Toxicroak. So I think in the spirit of getting ready for Super Skill Week, since all we're trying to do is just kind of chill out a bit, we're not really pushing ranks this week. We don't need Dedenne on the team necessarily. We're going to put our boy Swalot on the team. Hopefully get us some extra Dream Shards. That would be very nice. We have a pretty decent Swalot. I'm beginning to wonder. I don't think this is going to help, but I'm wondering if maybe using that neutralizing mint on Swalot would help, but I don't think so. I don't think it would. Let's go to just a blank page. Let's start there. I need to see the actual number. Man, Raenon is going real slow today. I need to see the actual number of skill triggers that we get per day. There we go. We're definitely going to do this a different way today than I normally would. Probably a smarter way anyways. Where you at, buddy? Nope. Where are you? Come on. Too far. Way too far. Why? There you are. Okay. So normally 5.4. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference, if really a difference at all. 5.52, yeah, basically an insignificant difference, so it's not really worth doing. Not worth using the neutralizing mint, but it never hurts to double check just to be sure, you know? Never hurts to be sure. So, what will help though is using this guy overnight more. Even just the 200-hour ribbon. Oh no, it actually doesn't. It doesn't help. Does that go from... Wait, hold on. Let's see. Go back. No, the 200-hour ribbon doesn't help at all. At all. I thought, oh, that's right, because we don't get a speed boost until 500. I don't remember how the ribbon bonuses work. It actually doesn't change that either. Very surprising. Why? 2,000 hours surely will, right? No. What am I missing? What am I missing? What am I missing? Why? This is weird. Well, now I've encountered a whole nother problem. 5.6. But a 2,000 hour ribbon does nothing? That's very surprising. Have I just reached its maximum potential? I'm not sure. Okay, I don't know. Anyway, someone that's better at this math can explain that to me, I'm sure, but I am at a loss on why the ribbon didn't do anything. Maybe there was just a setting that I had checked wrong or something. Who knows? It was just a quick spur of the moment curiosity I had. So, you know, not that big a deal. Let's go ahead and just drop them on the team. We're happy with 5.5 skill triggers per day if we can get that. I'll be happy with 4 today because it is already, a few hours into the day. So we're not going to get the full 5.5, but, if I can get 4, I'll be happy with that. I definitely will be happy with that corn. That's very nice. We do need the oil to go along with it, though. But yeah, we're just going to kind of chill with this team. We're going to see what happens. Maybe get some dream shards and go from there. But for now, let's grab our mission rewards. We did make it to Master 3, so that gives us the Totodile incense. Very good. You ever think we'll be able to catch Snorlax? Ever? And if we did, would it be a special Pokemon for Pokemon Sleep? That we could only ever catch one? That'd be interesting. I feel like that's like end of life for Pokemon Sleep. If we get to the point where they let us catch the Snorlax, the game's almost over. At that point, I think. I don't know. Random thought, random curiosity. I'm full of those today, apparently. Anyway, that is where I'm going to wrap things up for today. We're just going to chill and see what happens. Again, big congrats to all the winners of the friend wheel. And if anything happens and we can't match up for whatever reason, just let me know. Drop a comment below. We'll figure it out. And then if I don't get a response from somebody within a day or two, then I will go ahead and spin the wheel again, and we'll find a new friend. But for now, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching the videos. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Illusion, YT, Husky Star, JP Barty, Rogue Bastion, Josh Garrett, and SDK Posse. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you would like to support the channel for as low as $1 per month, you can join today by clicking that subscribe plus or the join button right below this video. You can also find links in the description to my Ko-Fi for a one-off donation, my live stream channels where you can come hang out while we play other video games, and the Discord where you can hang out with a cool community of people and talk about Pokemon Sleep and other fun stuff. Other than that, though, y'all have a good night. And until next time, later, dudes.